Hello guys, in today's class we shall see problem based on Swinburne's test. I shall read a problem for you. A 500 volt DC shunt motor. So let us write supply voltage VDC equal to 500 volt. Okay. Next, when running on no load takes 5 ampere. So I0 is equal to 5 ampere. Okay. Armature resistance is 0.5 ohm. And shunt field resistance is RSH equal to 250 ohm. Find the output in kilowatt. Output in terms of kilowatt is equal to question mark. And the efficiency of the motor when running on full load taking a current of 50 ampere, that is at IFL equal to 50 ampere is equal to question mark. So totally we are supposed to calculate efficiency at full load current 50 ampere. Okay. So first we shall draw a shunt motor basic diagram. So VDC equal to 500 volt. This is RA and this is RSH. And we know that no load current flows here, whereas ISH flows here, whereas IA flows here. Then this is your EB, right? Okay, RA is how much? 0.5 ohm. I shall write just for your reference. RSH is 250 ohm. Okay, supposed to calculate output in terms of kilowatt. Okay, let's see that. So before getting into output in the kilowatt, let us write a efficiency formula. What efficiency formula states? Efficiency at full load. Let I write it as at 50 ampere, right? So basic formula is what? Output by input into 100 in percentile, right? So for that, here there are two parameters which I am supposed to know. Which one is that? Output as well as input. So first let us see whether we are able to get input or not. See, since remember we are asked to calculate efficiency at full load current, that is 50 ampere. So input should be also at full load itself. Okay, and output should be also at full load. So what is input basically? Basically input in terms of any of both are in terms of what? Input formula is what? Just V into I. V into I, right? V into I. Full load IFL, right? V into. So therefore input voltage we know that VDC is equal to 500 volt. I shall write VDC also here. 500 into IFL is how much? IFL is 50 ampere, which results me 25,000, right? 25,000 watts. Results me 25,000 watts. So input is done now. Input is done. So still output is the parameter which I am supposed to calculate. Let us see how to calculate output here. Output is equal to question mark. We know that full load input, I shall write suffix here, full load input is equal to output full load plus total losses. This is a generic formula which you all know. Input is equal to output plus total losses. So input I know, output I'm supposed to calculate, and total losses the one which I don't know here. So I shall write in terms of output, since anyhow I need output at full load. It will be input at full load minus total losses. Total losses. New input I know, I shall just tick it, and let us calculate total losses. We know that total losses is equal to what? We all know that we have two types of losses in your shunt machine. One is variable loss plus constant loss. right? Variable loss plus constant loss. So variable loss includes what? Armature copper loss plus field copper loss plus, and constant loss includes what? It includes basically what? Mechanical losses as well as iron loss. Since this problem is based on shunt machine, as Swinburne's test can be conducted only on the shunt machine, so what we are assuming here is basically we know that a stray loss is equal to mechanical loss plus iron loss. These are two losses which we call them it as stray losses collectively. But here, since this is a shunt machine, we know that field is always constant. Field is always constant. That is, field current is always constant unless or until you change it. Anyway, we are not changing in this test. So I'm going to call field copper loss, mechanical loss as well as iron loss collectively as stray loss, like this. Armature copper loss plus stray loss. Also you can call it as constant loss. Okay, this whole loss, field loss, mechanical loss, iron loss, I'm going to call it as stray loss or constant loss. This is only true for shunt machine because field copper loss is not constant in your series machine. Okay, remember that. Now we have to calculate armature copper loss. What is the formula? That is I square A FL into RA, which you already know. That is I square into RA. And stray losses include field copper loss, mechanical loss as well as iron loss. We are going to call them as stray loss. And we all know that stray loss can be calculated during no load test. So shall just write stray loss as it is and we shall see how to calculate stray loss. Okay, so stray loss, we have formula for stray loss. What is that? Stray loss is basically a constant loss. We know that no load input. Why I'm considering no load? Because stray loss everything is calculated during no load itself. No load input is equal to no load output plus losses. Okay, and these losses are specifically what? Constant losses. Why? Because no load, there are no any variable copper losses here, only we are what? Having constant losses. Okay, so one thing we know that during no load, one thing we know that that is output will be equal to 0. Output will be equal to 0. So I'm going to calculate no load losses in such a manner. How is that? I shall elaborate this. Losses, what is that? No load armature copper loss plus constant loss. I have elaborated this loss into two parts. One is no load armature copper loss as well as constant loss. And now we are supposed to calculate what? Constant loss. Better write it as total losses here. It will be almost clear, total losses, rather than just writing losses here. So we are going to calculate what? Constant loss. So constant loss is equal to what? No load input minus no load armature copper loss. So how to calculate no load input? We know that no load current is 5 ampere, whereas the applied voltage is 500 volt. So it will be just what? VDC into I naught. Whereas no load armature copper loss, how can I write formula? Basically we know that it is I square A into RA. RA is constant, but since it is no load condition is there, so I have to calculate IA at no load. And how to calculate IA at no load? Very simple. We know that we know that I naught is equal to IA plus ISH, right? I naught is equal to IA plus ISH. And how to calculate? Anyhow, I naught we know that is 5 ampere, which is given the data. We are supposed to calculate what IA no load. This is what the question mark is, and we can supposed to calculate what ISH. How to calculate ISH? ISH formula is what? V by RSH, right? And again V is given, that is VDC is given 500 volt divided by RSH is how much? 250. 25 ones are 25 twos are. So it is 2 ampere. So I got 2 ampere. So IA NL is equal to I naught minus ISH. So I naught is how much? 5 ampere and ISH is 2 ampere. So it is 3 ampere. INL is 3 ampere. So I shall write here VDC is 500 into I naught is 5. I square A means how much? 3 square, that is 9. Better write it as 3 square itself. RA is how much? 0.5. If I do this in calculator, we get it as 2495.5 watts. Okay, that is 2495.5 watts. Okay, so now we got what? Constant loss. So we got a constant loss. Now what we will do this constant loss? We're going. Now we shall substitute this constant loss, that is nothing but stray loss here. Shall write here 2495.5, right? Next, I need this I square AFL into RA. RA anyhow you know that is 0.5 ohm. What about IFL? Whether IFL is equal to INL? No. IFL will be different as well as INL will be different. So how to calculate IFL? Again very simple. I shall take help of the formula here. IFL equal to ISH plus IAFL. We know that ISH always remains constant irrespective of the load we connect, unless or until we connect a rheostat and vary the ISH. So already we have previously calculated ISH is how much? 2 ampere. It is over here, right? So I'm going to substitute 2 ampere over here. And what about IFL? IFL they are given. Yes, IFL they are given 50 ampere. Yes. So IFL will be what? 50 minus 2 will be 48 ampere. So here what happens? I shall substitute here 48 square. RA is 0.5. So if I do this calculation, the calculator, what I get? Total losses, that is 3647.5 watts. So total loss is equal to how much? 3647.5 watts. So now I calculated what? Total losses. And again now by substituting in this formula, I'm going to get my output at the full load. Input at the full load is how much? 25,000, and total losses is how much? 647. So I shall do the calculation here. 25,000 from here, whereas total losses is 3647.5. So answer will be how much? If I do in the calculator, I will be getting 21,352.5 watts. That is 21,352 is your what? Output. The full load means you can see that 25,000 is the input wattage, whereas 21,352 is output, and the remaining is losses. Once I get output as well as input, I can directly substitute here in the formula, that is efficiency formula. Output is 21,352.5 divided by input is how much? Input is 25,000 into 100, and the answer will be 85.41%. This is the efficiency at full load. One more question was there. What is the output kilowatt? Output kilowatt. This is what the output in terms of kilowatt. How much? That is 21,352.5 is the output kilowatt. when machine is taking full load current of 50 ampere. This was the question, right? Yes. Shall write here if you want. Means 21,352.5 wattage, whereas efficiency at full load is how much? 85.41%. Okay.